And good evening. Welcome to the WC-TV broadcast, the basketball game of the week. We are here at Centennial High School. Ladies action. We have the host, Centennial Lady Cougars versus Franklin Lady Rebels. My name is Parker Hazard, alongside Paul Breece, giving you play-by-play coverage of this matchup tonight. And as we have the 2-16 Centennial Lady Cougars and the 12-11 Franklin Lady Rebels. Paul, how are we doing tonight?
Well, I can barely hear you over the bass here, but there we go. Yeah, we're going to be a little battle of two young teams. Both these teams start, Centennial starts 3 freshmen and Franklin starts 2, so up-and-coming teams coming up, so a lot of these girls for the future.
Yeah, absolutely, and as you mentioned, the bass, Centennial not lacking audio here, as right there with the and one was number 34 Franklin, Kate O'Neill with the basket and the chance to go for a 3-point play here at the Vine.
Kate O'Neill quickly making her presence felt. Nice pass by Darcy Doran, the senior, to get her open. And
yeah, absolutely. And I remember our first broadcast we did at Franklin with Kate O'Neill with a strong presence down low, offensive and defensively on the boards. We'll see how she matches up down low against Micah Stewart for the Lady Cougars.
Probably going to see a lot of long rebounds for both teams as shot's going to be taken. It's another long rebound taken out by Ryan.
And big three.
And Bergen Ali is, that's her specialty, the 3-point shot.
That's right, a young freshman coming in that has many big shots that she's had so far this season. And another name to watch out for the Lady Rebels, Sydney Ryan, the another freshman, is their current leading scorer. Foster unable to hit from 3. As we see Coach Brad Simmons there for the Lady Cougars. As Ali had another clean look, unable to hit. Lady Cougars looking for their first bucket of the game.
Well, Franklin's kind of settled in with a little half-court man. And I'm sure Coach John Wild of the Lady Rebels is using this as an experiment to get ready for the tournament.
Absolutely, and with Franklin sitting there at 4-6 in conference, a win here could make a difference between being in 5th or 6th place, depending on how the Lady Raptors do at Ravenwood. As we see a good look at Coach John Wild there for the Lady Rebels.
Well, Coach Wild is, with this young team, they've gotten stronger and stronger and more experiences with more games, of course. And you don't want to probably see these Lady Rebels in the tournament.
No, and you're right. And we mentioned before with the young team, but with a very seasoned coach, with Coach Wild, able to form those young players into what he wants for their game plan, and staying strong and there with a great defensive turnover and looking to extend this 5-point lead. Ryan unable to connect. And as you mentioned, those long rebounds, as Harper Klein was able to come down with it. Harper Klein, rebound, down for the 3.
The freshman got an open look, and she delivered.
Pretty fast-paced game so far. Already down to 4:40 left to go in this first quarter. No whistles, other than that first foul that O'Brien was able to call or to draw, as Ryan was off the glass for 2 points. Good look at the freshman Sydney Ryan for the Lady Rebels.
Well, there's an example of how a young team can react sometimes with the unfortunate turnover right there, and that's just going to have to eat it, Coach Brad Simmons, but it's just the growing pains, I guess, of having 3 freshmen out there.
That's right, and with their with their, let's see, their 12 girls on the roster, only having, looks to be 2 seniors and 1 junior, the rest freshmen and sophomores. So young team, yes, but things to look forward to in the future as Coach Simmons grooms them as well. Ryan trying to get that 3 and hits.
And that's such a nice stroke.
Yeah, very pure. And she, as her third 3-point try was able to go in for her. So a lot of perimeter ball movement by the Lady Cougars. Good defense by the Lady Rebels. And with the steal there.
Barnett. Well, here we go. We got another. Oh, how about Doran? All started with the missed layup by Jenny Barnett, the senior. And Centennial doing a great job on transition right there to at least draw the foul and get Samantha Lean to the line.
It was almost not a bad foul by Duran there, not giving her the easy layup and forcing her to get it the hard ways. Samantha Lean is 0 for 1 so far from the line. It's Jean Costello into the game for the Lady Rebels for Bergen Ali. And for the Lady Cougars, looks like that is going to be number 2, Hannah Wright, in for the game.
Now it looks like Centennial's dropped to a 2-3 zone.
And Franklin is able to shoot a 3, a good 3-pointing shooting team, as Ryan unable to connect and fighting for the loose ball was Barnett, and we'll give the possession to the Lady Cougars as O'Brien back in the game for the Lady Rebels. Look to see her their next offensive possession get open down low inside to penetrate that zone by the Cougars.
Really trying to force the action to Bledsoe down there in the post, couldn't get it.
And Hannah Wright unable to hit from downtown. King from 3. As mentioned, give a little bit of space for those Lady Rebels. They will hit from downtown.
Absolutely.
And they will take a lot of them as well, and you will eventually see them drop.
Oh, and another young team turnover right there by Petway, the freshman.
Yeah, a little self-inflicted turnover there, yeah. So Harper Klein in for the Lady Cougars, as well as Bergen Ali back into the game for the Lady Rebels. So at the 1 minute and 40-second mark, 13-4, Rebels with the lead. And Sydney Ryan once again from 3.
Well, you can't leave her open. I mean, give her an inch, give her a mile. She's going to get it off, and it's going to be good most of the time.
Absolutely, and like you said, for a freshman, that stroke, the form is absolutely beautiful and only going to get better as she continues her career. And she picks up a steal. Into O'Brien, and that's going to be all day long.
A good look by Ryan right there to hit O'Neal in the post. That's going to cause Coach Simmons to call a timeout. With 1:04 left in the first quarter, 18-4.
I think I said O'Brien. I meant to say
O'Neal.
O'Neal.
Did I say O'Brien?
No, I think I said
Okay.
O'Brien. Absolutely.
Kate O'Neal. All right. I tell you what, you got to give credit for the Centennial Cougar fans already showing up almost in full force early in the girls' game.
Absolutely. Very impressive. Highly anticipating.
Yeah, I think they are definitely fired up. And
yeah, a lot of storylines going into the boys' game after the ladies do battle here. Even Franklin's side starting to fill up themselves as well across the way. So we are just inside a minute, the first quarter of play. Lady Cougars trying to get something going. Defense of Franklin has been pretty unpenetratable so far this evening.
Well, really not putting a lot of pressure on the ball. Giving Centennial, the Lady Cougars, an opportunity to move it around the perimeter like you said, and now it's just got to find that open look, and there's one.
And good offensive rebound down low. I believe that is Bledsoe, and she is fouled by O'Neal. And kind of going off of your point with the Lady Rebels kind of staying off the ball a little bit, not, kind of being a little bit of preventive, almost trying to force the Lady Cougars into forcing their own turnovers against themselves, as we've seen already. And Bledsoe hits her first of 2 from the line.
One of the 2 seniors on the roster.
That is right, and she is 2 for 2. So Lady Rebels looking for the last shot as we hit 10 seconds here in the first quarter of play. King finding Doran, up and in.
A nice play.
And yeah, that was a very nice cut by Doran, and great job by the point guard, Jillian King, senior to senior, for the connection. So that'll bring us to our first break of the game. At the end of 1, the visiting Lady Rebels lead Lady Cougars 20-6.
Well, I tell you what, Parker, it's, we talked about this game as kind of a tool for Franklin High School to kind of run some of their sets, change some things defensively, really not playing quite their typical man-to-man, kind of keeping it soft and maybe just showing some things for their next opponent and working on different things on offense, working some different sets. The Lady Cougars just got to find a way to, as they work the ball around the perimeter, just somebody's going to have to attack the rim and make something happen.
And the young age and inexperience, as mentioned before, is a key factor to that of the Lady Cougars. But yeah, I like your point there for the Lady Rebels, kind of trying some different things out, not wanting to show too much, trying new things to give more weapons in their arsenal come postseason play.
Well, I'd like the Lady Cougars right here opening up in a half-court man, and there's a nice play on a set. And
great look by King inside to Kate O'Neal, gaining position.
When you get it down that low, open look, you better bury it.
Great pick.
That's a good screen, absolutely.
Just unable to
penetrate in. That's what they need to do. Go ahead and try to attack the rim. That was a nice Foster on that.
If anything, to stay in this game and get back close, drive that ball like you said, and get the Lady Rebels into foul trouble. Deep 3 by Ryan, unable to hit. But I think you're right. Kind of isolating a little bit, move the ball around and drive the ball inside the lane and force the Lady Rebels into a foul situation. And so far, both teams staying disciplined, with Franklin with 2 fouls and Centennial with 1. So far, they're both doing well in that aspect. Foster.
Yeah, she better do something. We got 5 seconds
That's
here.
right. Good defense by Jillian King.
Give the Lady Cougars credit. Very patient to try to work something out. Unfortunately, got a moving screen right there on.
Was that the call there?
Yeah,
okay.
40 Constance Bledsoe right there.
So that'll be her first and team second for the Lady Cougars. As Tyra Petway into the game for Micah Stewart and the Lady Cougars.
Another open backdoor look.
That's right. Wonderful play.
Yeah, and Ryan went with the left hand. And then I think we had a turnover by Lean as she stepped on the baseline to throw it in.
Oh, man, that is unfortunate. And I was just about to mention before that play took place that Lady Cougars in a man, just a strict, basic man-to-man, and if they get lazy and Doran, excuse me.
The lefty.
Darcy in there for a nice off the glass. But if they, with that man-to-man defense that the Cougars are running, and with the weapons that we just saw with different looks by the Lady Rebels, can't get lazy and lackadaisical because they will find a lane behind you, as off the mark was Lean. Good job by Bledsoe there to get the offensive rebound.
Yeah, absolutely, and so
just over 5.5 minutes left to go in the first half. 26-6, Franklin lead. A couple personnel changes by the Lady Rebels. We'll see if the Lady Cougars decide to do away with these ill-advised three-point shots as they try to get it inside the Petway, and we'll regain possession.
yeah, nice play by Barnett, the senior, to try to knock it away. Just couldn't gain possession.
King giving pressure on the outside as Bledsoe's unable to connect. And Lady Rebels will pursue. Nice look, nice drive by King there, looking for the inside Barnett. And it will stay with the Lady Rebels underneath their own basket. Good movement and motion by the Lady Rebels. First step by Ryan, able to get free and finds Barnett down low.
Well, Sydney Ryan's going to draw a lot of attention by the defenses, and Barnett going to be the recipient of that easy basket right there.
See a healthy dose of Barnett and O'Neal down low for the Lady Rebels, and so far Centennial has no answer for that. And I'm sure that we'll see plenty more of that from Franklin as this game goes on. Still a lot of perimeter passing by the Lady Cougars.
Yeah. Somebody needs to put the ball on the floor and try to draw some action right here. See, yeah, I like it. Foster.
I was going to say, if anybody, Foster's the one to do it. He turns the ball over. King driving herself. And I thought drew the foul.
Sure. Yeah, there we go. We made up one.
But good play, good decision by Jillian King. Looking to draw that foul, but nonetheless, like you said, will be the third team foul for the Lady Cougars here in the first half. So right in for Lean for Centennial. And Doran to inbound.
Wow.
Just an easy left-handed drive. Just kind of floated right on in. And that'll bring us to 30-6. Franklin lead with 3.5 minutes left to go in this first half.
There's a quick shot by Klein. Not there. King's going to. Oh, that's good hustle. Who's that, Wright?
That's Hannah Wright, yeah, with the hustle.
Junior.
So some aspects from Franklin coming back in, O'Neal and Ali. Costello and Barnett will take a seat. And I believe that was, I know that was Foster taking the seat for the Lady Cougars. And Ryan hits it from 3 once again. That'll bring her total to 13 points here in the first half.
It's a nice out of bounds play.
And if they're going to give it to her,
yeah,
might as well take it.
Ryan's definitely going to take it. That's not a bad look right there.
Absolutely. Great defense by Duran, though.
Yeah,
hey,
Doran came over and quickly got the help side that she needed to make the play.
But finally, we did see some pick and roll movement by the Lady Cougars. Good look inside the petway, just unable to finish, but gets possession and we'll keep it again. Surprised to see Micah Stewart down low, not getting many touches so far. Kind of seeing what she can do against O'Neal on the inside, as Doran's going to get called for the block there, it looks like. So that's 3 early fouls by Doran. And she, with 6 points in this first half, has been offensively and defensively a key aspect for the Lady Rebels. So, and there's nice. O'Neal.
Yeah, this Jillian King just creating, and O'Neal, all you got to do is make it.
You know, I'm impressed with Jillian King. The way eyes are up the entire game. Every time she's going down the floor, always looking for the open person or open player, and you know, kind of reminds me of like a Steve Nash-esque type point guard. And as a facilitator, as Doran once again coming up on defense.
Now she's a lefty. We'll see.
Yeah. Good call, Paul. Giving it up to King, who is going to be fouled.
Darcy Doran, the lefty on the right-hand side. I thought she'd keep going, but
I know how it is.
You know those lefties sometimes.
Well,
and those righties can't go on the left side either.
I was just about to say that I am left-handed, but I shoot a basketball right-handed, and I was never able to make a left-handed layup. I always did it with the right hand. So, obviously, why I never stuck with basketball. As Jillian King unable to hit the first of her 2 and hits the second. So Barnett will come in for Doran with those 3 fouls. I'm assuming the remaining 145, she will sit on the bench and come back in the second half. 36-6, 140 left to go in the first half. Trying to get inside to Stewart.
Well, there's an alert. There's an alert on the other side, Parker. Coach John Wild is sat down.
So you're gonna have to enlighten me. What?
John Wild, rarely, you know, he sits down only when he's frustrated or something. But he's always definitely up coaching. There he goes.
I was gonna say, once you said that, he probably heard you. He got right back up. As King was fouled by Hannah Wright.
He must have saw something he didn't like. Coach Wild kind of reminds me of Rick Barnes from Tennessee. Team plays really well, but he's always going to find something to critique him.
Rick Barnes, Nick Saban, Bill Belichick in football, same thing. Win by 75 points, but still there's 40 things that they did wrong and they can always build on. And got to respect that, especially from Coach Wild and Franklin with his seasoned and respectable career and coaching career that he's had. As he sits right back down after that turnover. So 57.5 seconds left to go in this first half. Lady Cougars trying to make something happen, get away from that 6 number as they look inside.
Oh, that's a nice play.
Nice play. Unable to finish was Petway Skinner, number 12, into the game for the first time tonight, the sophomore, finding Petway on the cut. So there is some promise on the inside play from the Lady Cougars. King left wide open. And able to get her own rebound. Great hustle by Jillian. And she will hold up for that final shot.
Final shot, here we go.
No Sydney Ryan on the floor. Who are they going to go to?
Oh, it's King.
Maybe King.
Sure. Can McKnight get a shot off? And they're not going to see it. Oh, that's going to look
Ali.
up.
Oh. So unable to hit was Ali. Couple chances for the Lady Rebels to close out this first half. Nonetheless, we have hit halftime here at Centennial High School, where the visiting Franklin Lady Rebels lead the Cougars 36-6. Parker Hazard and Paul Breece, we will be right back with second half action.
Hi everybody, this is Penny coming to you from Purr Palace at Williamson County Animal Center. This week our featured cat is Jack. Jack is a 2-year-old male. He is really a funny guy. He loves to chase toys and actually run all around the bridges and the shelves all around the room. He gets along great with other cats. He'd be a great cat for a family environment with kids of all ages. So come on down and meet Jack and all of our friends here in Purr Palace. Hi, I'd like you to meet our pet of the week, Wildflower. Wildflower's only 8 months old. She's a brindle boxer mix, and she just got spayed, so she can be adopted by anybody. She has a lot of energy, so she would love to run and play. She gets along great with other dogs, and she's very treat motivated. Yes, you are. So come on down and meet Wildflower and all of our pals at the center. You can learn more about them at adoptwcac.org.
And welcome back to Centennial High School. Parker Hazard and Paul Breece here. We have the Lady Rebels of Franklin leading 36-6 over the host Centennial Lady Cougars, as Centennial will get possession of the ball first to start this half and give it right back to Franklin.
Well, that's been kind of the story. I mean, Centennial has done a pretty good job of moving the ball around, but has had some turnovers as expected for a young team, but they just need someone to step up and say, hey, I'm going to the basket. You can stop me, but I'm going to go and give it a go.
That's right, and it's a younger team and definitely an undersized team compared to Franklin and a lot of perimeter passing, but unable to penetrate the inside of Franklin's defense as Sydney Ryan gets off a deep three and her own rebound and forcing a foul.
I'm sure Coach Wild has given Sydney Ryan the green light. And it was actually a good follow by Sydney, knowing her shot was going to be a little short, that she came up and grabbed her own rebound and put it back up. Now she's at the free throw line.
Right, great awareness by Ryan as she's leading the scoring total.
An uncharacteristic free throw miss.
She's used to shooting a little deeper.
You know what? I'm okay with that. Centennial, get it up before you turn it over.
Open look too. Didn't get to see very many of those in the first half. So Jillian King with the ball, setting it up. Ali finds Ryan inside. Great look by Ali. Another good shot by Ryan.
Coach Wild does a pretty good job of getting Sydney Ryan in different spots for different looks. And that time, ran her to the high post, and she rolled that one in.
Right, keeping the defense guessing at all times. And that gives Sydney Ryan a game-leading 16 points for the Lady Rebels. Here's the inside look.
Great job on the collapse. That's what I'm talking about.
Stewart outside to Foster, senior to freshman. And Foster able to connect from three. And that is the first points from the Lady Cougars since around the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. So good to see that for Centennial.
Well, it looks like they went short corner and missed her both times. That was O'Neal was open at the high post on the dive from the short corner, but got the ball to Ryan, and she hits the three.
Just too much space given to Sydney Ryan, and she will exploit defenses any chance she gets. And once again, she proves that fact as
I believe that's 19, right? For Sydney
that is 19 total, absolutely. As timeout was called on the floor. Fans continuing to file in on both sides.
Piling in.
And yeah, we're kind of getting cramped up here ourselves with the student section kind of trickling in of Centennial over here with the rest of the fan base. As we see there on your screen that Franklin has their own turnout of their own over there behind their bench. A lot of maroon over there, a lot of black over here, black out, maroon out on each side. Supporting both of these lady teams here. As Ryan with the deflection out of bounds.
Yep.
Down low, Stewart trying to get body position on O'Neal. That's the second time I've done that. And they're going to get O'Neal.
Yeah, I think she's shocked by the call.
Yeah, judging by her face, absolutely. I personally thought she got body control on Stewart, but not the case, as she will take a break on the bench with those two fouls. 8 points for O'Neal as well. Nice little give and go. And Stewart unable to hit, and Sydney Ryan pushing the pace for the Lady Rebels. Finds Costello, and Jean is unable to connect from three. Look at inside for Stewart. Good defense by Barnett inside, getting in the way. Ryan gives it up to Barnett.
Yeah, nice give and go.
That was a nice decision on on Ryan's part. Could have taken the three. She's taken more covered threes tonight, but saw the open bar net and got the higher percentage chance. And as we approach 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter,
Costello with the steal. Gonna connect it.
Jean Costello, the freshman, with the steal and bucket. So that will put our score at 46-9. Lady Rebels lead, and we are approaching 3.5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Healthy dose of scoring by the Lady Rebels too.
Yeah. Oh. Nice. Oh, stolen by Costello. Given to King.
Once again, good.
Wow, great hesitation dribble, but turned it over.
And aggressive steal and giveaway by Stewart.
Woo! Darcy Dorn. Tremendous defensive player for the Lady Rebels.
Heads up play. Absolutely, she is. Sydney Ryan looking to get her own rebound from three and kind of hacked away at Stewart on that rebound, so she will get called, and that is her first foul tonight. So with those 19 points and one foul, that is good discipline and production by Sydney Ryan. And on that last offensive possession by the Lady Cougars, Paul, good ball movement, got it inside, just can't seem to keep possession and keep it out of the Lady Rebels' hands. Looking to get down low to Skinner as they find her and draws the foul.
Yeah. Skinner, the sophomore. Nice job posting up there.
So Barnett picking up the
Better
foul.
Get it in quick.
Petley not able to receive from Lean, and that will give the ball right back to the Lady Rebels. And I know there's a foul on the play. Wasn't able to catch who it was on. Looks like a shooting foul. So, and that'll bring Sydney Ryan to the line. And hits. And O'Neal back into the game for the Lady Rebels.
And Coach Wild has sat down. And the look on his face is like his team would be losing by 35, but we're ahead.
And not even up at attention, you know, with the back against the backrest there.
Darcy Dorn again.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Pod, defensively, she is a workhorse down there for the Lady Rebels.
And O'Neal with the foul, and one.
And one. By the sophomore. She's only, like I said, she's only a sophomore, Paul, so she's going to be a great aspect down low, offensively and defensively, and scoring and on the rebounds for Coach Wild and the Lady Rebels moving forward. See if she can get the 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Absolutely.
So 3-point play finished off by O'Neal. 50-9. Franklin leads. A minute and a half left to go in this third quarter. Deep
we go.
three by Harper Klein, the freshman. Big shot for her.
Well,
so it looks like the Lady Rebels are going to let the clock run a little bit. Doran up with that left hand.
Yeah, it's absolutely. They got her on the right side, and she went left, and Doran got fouled, heading to the line. The senior.
Yeah, left the lane wide open for her to penetrate with her left hand, going in, just unable to hit. But a pretty stroke by Doran from the line.
Doran, 7 on the day.
Freshman Lauren McKnight ended the game for the Lady Rebels, her first time on the floor, giving Jillian King a rest.
Yep. 3 freshmen, sophomore O'Neill and the senior Doran.
A lot of talent and potential that Coach Wild is working with.
Well, I think Centennial's got 4 freshmen and a sophomore out there. So
I was just about to say, Brad Simmons over there on the Centennial sideline is in the same boat.
That was a great box out by O'Neill that time.
Nothing new from her. Ali, just short.
Oh.
Another offensive rebound by O'Neill. Looking for the foul, unable to get it. And Foster at the buzzer trying to hit. So that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. The Lady Rebels of Franklin 52, Centennial Lady Cougars 12. As we are heading into the fourth quarter. And still, again, both sides of this gym filling up in anticipation of the boys' game following shortly after the conclusion of this game.
Well, yeah, and you talk about the next game. It's revenge factor for Franklin. Centennial hit the buzzer beater. Last time Dusty Williams on a long rebound came down and let it float up, rolled in, and the Cougars ran off with the victory at Franklin High School. And so I'm sure this one's kind of been circled for a while by both teams.
Exactly, by both teams, both sitting in the top 3 of the standings. Very important matchup for both teams, which we will definitely get into. Lots to talk about that matchup here coming up. So starting the fourth quarter. McKnight with a clear lane decides to give it up.
Yeah, Costello for sure. She's going to shoot it.
Costello, excuse me.
Rebound.
Those small maroon numbers are
yeah,
kind of hard to read. That 14 and 12 looks similar. So that foul will be on Skinner, her second. Team 5th for the Lady Cougars. And rare turnover by the Lady Rebels.
Yeah. Well, you don't have Jillian King, you don't have Sydney Ryan, and so Bergen Ali's having to play point guard, and Darcy Doran will sometimes handle the ball.
Give some players a chance to play, which we've mentioned before at our previous broadcast that we did at Franklin. That you informed me of how seldom Coach Wild will put new bodies on the floor.
Absolutely. So again, Centennial doing a pretty good job. If they had to shot clock here, maybe winding it down, but
Right, and looks like a little bit of a zone defense. Little man,
yeah.
I'm not sure. Great steal by Ali.
Left-hand layup, no.
She did one of my moves.
Yep.
Left side with the right hand.
Yeah.
So Bergen Ali with the steal and finish.
Nice box out by McKnight. Rebound for the Lady Rebels.
Foster trying to get that three-pointer going for herself. Unable to.
Oh, Darcy Doran, nice play right there. Of course, he has a travel.
Yeah, had high potential for a beautiful cut by wasn't sure who that was that I think it was Barnett, but good pass by Doran. Unfortunate travel call. So 54-12, Franklin leads. Down to 5 minutes left to go in regulation. And steal.
Costello.
And good defensive recovery there by Centennial. Hannah Wright and Katie Rock there. And a little help from Samantha Lean to get that turnover. To get the ball back for them. Foster thought about it.
They're really looking to try to get Skinner the ball. There's a nice shot. Good attack. Foster.
And as mentioned before, earlier in the game, Centennial with a lot of the perimeter passing, finally able to get inside. Nice little jumper there by Foster. And unfortunate turnover by Costello. And coming into the game for O'Neill and the Lady Rebels, it's number 21, Yagmir Arslan, freshman.
Whoa, heads up over there. Innocent bystanders, look out. Well. Uh-oh, look at a quick pull up. I like it. Arslan.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Got in the game, let it fly.
McKnight with her first foul tonight. Giving the ball back to Centennial. And with our running clock, we are approaching
2 minutes.
Trying to get it into Skinner. Unable to, and it will stay with the Lady Cougars. Barnett unable to save it.
Well,
Finally
Coach
got
Wild, yeah, I'm sure he's just like, hey, let's get out of here. Yeah, no need to foul.
Well, with the running clock, that still doesn't stop it, but you're right. I mean, no need to foul.
Well, it's going to be a tough situation with the student section. When they start standing up, we're going to have to really depend on the monitor.
And that's right. And I've already started to do my stretches to stand up myself to get a little bit of a better vantage point. So 1 minute left to go in this game. And Arslan unable to keep it in.
There's Skinner.
Got it in there to Skinner.
Yeah.
There she is.
Nice job, Pounder.
Arslan once
I
again
love
from
it.
the elbow. And McKnight fouled after the offensive rebound.
Well, unless they can get this ball in quick, this is it.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it, Paul. So there's the final bell. So at the end of the fourth quarter, we have our final. Franklin Lady Rebels beating Centennial Lady Cougars 54-16. Paul Breece, Parker Hazard. We will be right back for boys basketball action. Stay tuned.